Let's go to the trading desk with Victor Adair. Vic, I want to just reiterate a couple things you were saying last week. You said you thought the U.S. dollar had made an important turn, and obviously that's proved right in the right direction for you, so I'm going to fire some stuff at you. What about the Canadian dollar?
Canadian dollar made its high for the year, the second, third day of March, up at just over 80 cents, and I think we'll be down to the low 70s before the end of the year.
And again, let's come back to crude and the influence there.
Crude oil has had a run from last week's lows to this week's highs of about $6. We actually had the September contract trade at $50 a barrel for the first time since November last year. What's driving it, of course, are the supply disruptions out of Canada, out of Nigeria, and of course the whole world is looking at Venezuela is probably going to go offline anytime soon. So we've got a boost in crude oil, although I think at these levels here it's starting to look a little toppy.
I come back to U.S. dollar and the influence on the commodity indexes, for example. I mean, because they're measured in U.S. dollars. So if the U.S. dollar is showing strength, what does that mean? What have we seen in the commodities market beyond oil?
Again, we've got this picture this. We had the U.S. dollar go on a 4-year tear to the upside. We've had a correction for the last, call it 5 or so months. I think that correction's over. I think the U.S. dollar goes higher from here. And during the past 4 or 5 months, people have been building positions. They've been long gold. They've been buying other currencies, expecting the U.S. dollar to keep going down. If it doesn't and it starts to go higher, I think those people just abandon ship on those positions they built, and that will push those prices like of gold and other currencies lower.
And again, coming into the play, as usual, as you've been saying, and I think so accurately, what are you trading? You're trading central bank action. We had the central bank jump into the market again this week. Now they're saying the probability of a June rate hike is right back on the table. And, of course, higher interest rates in the States are attractive to U.S. dollars. So, once again, here comes Janet Yellen.
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, the market has been, driven from pillar to post over the past couple of years by trying to figure out what the central banks are going to do, and then, certainly in the case of the Bank of Canada, getting surprised. But for the short-term trading that I do, and by the way, short-term is like a few days to a few weeks, I think the U.S. dollar goes higher, and some of those things that have gone up in anticipation of a weaker U.S. dollar are going to go the other way.
Well, as I say, we'll be keeping a close eye on it, Victor. Thank you for taking the time, and nice call.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay. Victor Adair, live in the trading desk.